Autoline Daily is brought to you by Siemens PLM Software, transforming the process of innovation.
Here are today's top headlines. Ford posts a small loss but burns through a lot of cash. Renault is getting into the lithium-ion business, and GM builds a new plant in Russia. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, November 7, 2008, and now the news. The Ford Motor Company reported a net loss in the third quarter of only $129 million. However, the company more than tripled its cash burn rate, leaving it with just under $19 billion in cash reserves. At that rate of burn, Ford only has a little over 7 months of cash to stay in business, though it does have a line of credit that could finance its operations well into 2010. And that's why Ford is going to cut its salaried workforce by another 10%, or about 2,300 people. And Wards is reporting that Ford is going to cut its supplier base in half. Currently, the company works with more than 2,000 outside companies, but it's looking to reduce that number to only 700 or 800. Are the eligibility requirements for federal loans too strict for the Big Three? According to the Department of Energy, loan applicants must show that they're financially healthy and prove they can pay the money back. Wards reports that the Big Three may not be able to qualify under those requirements. You know, General Motors is reporting its third quarter earnings today, but it's going to be too late to make our broadcast. However, I recommend that you check out the websites of our media partners who will have constant updates throughout the day. You can get more information at autoblog.com, at wardsauto.com, and at wwj.com. But before that bad news comes out, here's some good news from GM. It's opening a $300 million flexible assembly plant in St. Petersburg, Russia this week. The plant will build the Opel Antara, the Chevrolet Captiva, and the all-new Chevy Cruze, and the plant will have an annual capacity of 70,000 units. Even though General Motors is struggling in North America right now, business is going well in Russia. Sales have risen 44% through September of this year. Renault announced suppliers will not be providing all the components for its electric vehicles, and that it plans to build 2 factories to build lithium-ion batteries. According to Wards, suppliers will ship the cells to Renault for them to package. 3 EV models will be available by 2011 and 2012, a yet-to-be-named dedicated EV model, the Kangoo light commercial vehicle, and another EV built off the Megane platform. Coming up next, a preview of this week's Autoline Detroit discussion, where I talk with some of the top experts in automotive quality, and I'll have some details on how to win some exclusive Autoline gear.
Siemens, transforming the process of innovation.
This week on Autoline Detroit, we take an in-depth look inside automotive quality ratings. Joining me on my panel are David Champion of Consumer Reports, Dennis Petrowski of the RDA Group, and David Sargent from J.D. Power. In the following preview of that, we talk about some of the trends that are going on in the automotive quality.
What people consider quality is changing. In the old days, people were talking about their transmissions breaking, their engines breaking. Now those things tend not to go wrong, and so really we're talking more about fit and finish and a more kind of perceived quality. Even though cars still go wrong, consumers are now focused a great deal on the perceived quality of the car, not whether the car goes wrong or not.
David Champion, how do you see it? From your vantage point at Consumer Reports, what are the major trends?
Again, we're seeing that quality is generally improving on the cars. We look at sort of things gone wrong in our survey, and we see the Japanese manufacturers, or the big, Honda, Toyota, and Subaru as the major ones in terms of building excellent reliability. But again, Ford this year is up there with those manufacturers. GM's sort of somewhere on the mid-pack area. Unfortunately, Chrysler, products
below average, yes.
Below average, and their products, don't do very well in our testing either.
That's it for today, but of course, the show doesn't end here. There's a whole lot more on our website, autolinedaily.tv. And while you're there, sign up for our email newsletter. That way, you'll get each new episode of Autoline Daily delivered directly to your inbox. In fact, One lucky viewer will win a special edition Autoline t-shirt and hat. All you have to do is sign up for our email. Next Friday, I'll pick a name at random and announce the winner on the show. Thanks for tuning in to us for the top news in the global automotive industry. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.